everybody, this is Saul from Mcscgreenwheels, and today we're going to be putting together the dash vents that we took off from our dashboard. We're going to be putting back together the dashboard to our 1993 Foxbody GT, which we call Staff Sergeant Reckless. Now, as you guys know, we took this apart. You guys saw the video of us painting it, you know, the quality skill hand of mano negras, or mano oscuras as we call it. So we're going to go ahead and put back the dashboard, and we're going to start off with these little vents. One of the things that we saw in here, now if you guys know, like they have like this foam that goes all the way around here, and what that does, it kind of like really blocks the air completely from coming through, right? So if it's not there, you got like that little spacing all the way around, and the air will just fly through. So of course, you know that it looks like kind of like this. We're going to be also removing some of this if I can find a little bit thinner one. I have one that's too thick, but you can find it under the AC department, probably your Home Depot, your Menards. There may be different sizes and widths of it, so just pick the right one. Make sure you know just it only goes about that far in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put not the same foam. I made some cut-off templates with some piece of rubber that I had laying around, and it's pretty thin, and it's really flexible, and that's what, you know, kind of just prompted me to say, well, if foam can hold up from 93 till whenever it fell apart, this will probably do a lot better. So basically what I did, I just caught the measurement of each housing itself, because it's going to be on the inside. So if you could look in there, you could probably see how it all just kind of fits in there. And then to get that inside diameter, I just used the caliper right here. And remember guys, there's two different sizes, from here and here, and from here and here. It's just a little wider. I learned that the first time. So basically with mine, I just kind of retract it down and just measure in here now. So basically just put it down and just push down, and it gives you that measurement. So I just transferred it onto here. At the same time with that, I also measured this on the inside and just got it, you know, I did a little bit of swag there, a little scientific wild ass guessing. And what I did, I just kind of measured it out to where it could look to my eye as equally all the way around. Traced it, and then I get my measurement from that line all the way across. So you can see now I have a little template cutout. So before it would look like this, and I'm going to end up cutting this one off. Now each one of these is different. Now as we know, this vent here is the driver's side. It's just a little wider, and this vent here is the middle, of course, duh. And this one over here is the passenger. Now each one of these little flaps has a number. See number 1? It goes to that vent, number 1. Also though, on this vent, we also have a number 1 right here, and a number 2. Which we do have a number 1, a number 2, and of course, number 3. Matching number 3. It can get a little confusing, but just in case, just look up the numbers and it's pretty easy. So basically doing that, I already had a couple of these done up. I already cut it out. It's to the size I want it to be. Hopefully I don't break because I went a little far on it, but basically what I did, I just kind of go like this, and like I said, it's very flexible plastic, so you know, I'm thinking that it's gonna do just the right job on covering up whatever air, you know, because we're going to be running AC and heat through it. So whatever air, you know, you just don't want it through. You want just AC or heat. You know what I mean? We do plan on using these cars, so I just kind of just fish it around into the little loop. It's got that little space in between. Voila! It should look kind of like that. You know, it's in there. The first one originally, I just took the same measurement from the top and bottom and applied it to the sides, which did not work for me. So I had to kind of come back to square one and redo it again. but I kept the original template, which is this one right here. So it's this middle was just a little bigger. And then what it would do, it would dance around in here, and you kind of wanted to sit in there, you know. It's pretty snug, so I think it's pretty cool. So what we're gonna do now, this is the tricky part, man. When you have hands like mine, which are gorgeous, you tend to break a lot of stuff, and this is 1993 stuff. It means it's pretty brittle, I would say. So just try to be careful when you fish this loophole right through there. That's kind of what you want to do. So I try, let me see if I can maneuver it around here so you guys can see. Kind of like, it's gonna be really hard. Let me see if I can get another light in here. Hopefully I don't blind you. I got the headlight on. So yeah, so in here there's that little button right in there. Goes on that little track right there. So you're gonna have to fish that in there before it snaps in place. So I try to fish it in there as best I can. And this also, it's got little nubs right here on each side. Careful not to break those, because they actually fall into right there. So it's kind of intricate, and what I'm saying, when you guys have as hands big as mine, stuff breaks. And I didn't mean to, but it does. So we'll try it in. Try to place it in there like this. A screwdriver. What I'm not going to try and do is break it, but we'll see. Oop. Now, just want to make sure that the little button falls into place right there. So, and there it is. And now, just grate, your front grate here has little grooves. That's it. So we'll go ahead and just repeat everything to these other ones. And then we're gonna go ahead, once we finish them up, we're gonna go ahead and install them right back onto our dash. So let's get it down real quick. Also, these three are all the same. Oh, let me do this because I don't want to break that. So 1 and 2 are the same. 3 is, I showed you, it's just a little thicker. See? That's how exactly you kind of want it to fit in there. You may have to trim this edge down a little bit. You could do it with a knife, or you could do it with some scissors. I did it with scissors all the way around, so that's why I said this rubber is actually really thin, and hopefully it'll hold up long enough to not fall apart on me. Bam. That's it. We'll shoot for the same on each one. Now, the other thing is, of course, that's open, that's closed. That's open, that's closed. So when it's up, it should be open. And when it's down, it should be closed. So, do I have the right one? Yeah. I think this is too thick. I'm gonna trim that down. a little sliver there. Catches it back in. I just don't want to reopen this because it's pretty fragile. So again, just closed, open. Open, right there. Uh-oh. Bam. So I'll show you guys that I just cut this one, take this off, and the basic way I did it, I just drew it on there. I got my dimensions, and actually I'll throw my light back on because it's a little hard to see. I use the pen. I'm not the smartest guy in the world sometimes, maybe all the time, and a razor blade will do it. So I started off at the edges so I don't overshoot and cut it too far, and then I'll just connect them as you get to the middle. And this rubber here, funny thing is, I think it's an inner tube, to be honest with you. And that's how it's done, guys. And that's how I did it. So as you guys have seen, it's pretty much the same way to install it all the way through. Just make sure you don't break anything. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out fine. It had foam on there before, and now it's a rubber piece, and it'll work. I know it will. Hey, I want to say thanks to everybody on Instagram, on our YouTube page, and more importantly on our Facebook page. You guys know that, you know, anybody that may be doing this car and may need some guidance, or if I did something wrong, please feel free to go on there and tell me I did it, and If not, direct somebody to see if they need some help with this. I want to thank everybody out there. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Remember, subscribe, and next 2 videos coming up. See you guys soon.